Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 96 of the Run in the Paint podcast. I'm Miles here with Nick, Jackson, and Ben. Guys, how are you doing today?
Feeling good, feeling great. What's up, everybody? Hey, fellas, how we doing?
Doing good. Great to be back on the pod again. Let's get a great full episode in today.
Yes, sir. Jackson, how about you?
Living the dream, man.
Living the dream. Absolutely. Happy New Year to all you guys and everyone watching. Our first episode of 2025. So certainly going to be a big year for us, hopefully. Last year was definitely a nice year two, I guess, for us. This year three is definitely going to be a big jump up for us. So certainly looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the last couple videos on the channel. As Ben kind of alluded to, we recorded a full episode, Ben, Jackson, and I, a few days ago, but my power went out afterwards, so we didn't end up putting out a full episode. We put out some of the segments with Mike Brown getting fired, the Lakers Nets trade. So thank you guys for tuning into those, but hopefully today we have a full episode. We have a lot of things to go over today, so make sure you leave a like, subscribe for more NBA content now that we're now getting close to the midway point of the season. We'll have a lot of stuff about that, but first we've got PERTL, baby. We're back. We're back. Now, last time, I guess I could technically say we're still on a hot streak because last time in the episode that didn't get out there, we got it in like 3 or 4. Let's get it back into 2 this time. Let's get a good player right here. So, does someone want to throw out a guess for a first player?
Should we go with the defensive player of the month in the Western Conference that we were just talking about in the pre-pod lobby that held offensive players to shooting 9.4%?
Oh, he's got one team. He's got one team. Wait.
Oh, okay. We can go someone else.
He's got one team. Let's think about this.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's just the player that was in my head. So yeah, I'm
cool.
I
get you. But we're trying to get like 1 or 2 here. You know what I'm saying?
What about Gary Trent?
I don't mind that. I was thinking KCP too. Either or.
That's only 2 teams.
Gary Trent.
The whole league.
Gary Trent kind of has a higher jersey number. Let's go Gary Trent.
I like Gary Trent.
We'll go with Gary Trent. Eastern Conference player who's 24, 23 years old, who's going to be a forward or a center, but has a low jersey number, 2, 1, or 0. A big guy that wears a 2, 1, or 0 in the Eastern Conference that's not in the Central Division.
Let me cook really quick.
Let's see.
So it's either in the Atlantic or
a bigger player.
Doesn't Kalal wear number? No, he wears number 5, doesn't he? That doesn't work.
First player that kind of comes to mind is maybe Caleb Houston from Orlando, because he's a taller forward who's young and wears the number 2.
I'm cool with that because I don't even know who that is.
Okay.
Shooter from Duke. Let's see. Let's try out Caleb Houston. Getting some more time of play. Oh, we're close.
All right.
Where's number
1 or 0?
1 or 0.
Is it Durant? No, he's not a forward.
Yeah, and he's in the Central. Okay, so Southeast. Miami Heat 1 or 0? 0 is like Josh Richardson, so it's not him. Atlanta has Jalen Johnson.
Where's number 1? Is he only 20?
The age fits. Yeah, the age fits.
We should do Jalen Johnson.
No, this is a 23-year-old. Yeah, I think it is Jalen Johnson.
Now he's gonna get hurt because he's on my fantasy team.
Okay. Let's go.
Yeah. Why does he look so serious, man? Smile a little bit, Jalen.
Jalen Johnson in 3. We'll take it. That's not bad. Getting it in 3 for our first PERTL of 2025. Well, Nick kind of alluded to it a little bit earlier with injuries. Jaden Ivey, we got to talk about that. An unfortunate injury as Jaden Ivey suffered a broken left fibula injury. He's now out for the season, and that was a rough one to watch with Cole Anthony there. Just wrong place, wrong time, and Ivey now out for the season. This had really been a great bounce back year for Jaden Ivey. As last year with Monty Williams was just really up and down, was starting to get a lot of rhythm this year. Just unfortunate to have him now out for the season.
Yeah, and he missed time, didn't he, when he got to the league his first year? I thought
Yeah,
he had
Yeah.
think so. I think
I'm pretty sure this is his second significant injury. Coming off he was a lottery pick out of Purdue. I had him on my draft board pretty high. He was a great prospect, and now to be set back with another, like, this is a traumatic injury. I was watching the replay, and if anyone's seen it, it was just like, oh God, please stop, please. And then, like, that ankle just kept bending, and it was like a football injury.
Yep. As someone who's watched a lot of football, has seen injuries like that. It was like the Nick Chubb injury, if anyone knows or watches the Browns, but it wasn't like, it was different. It's like bended a different way, but it's still like bended, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it was just terrible to see. I mean, Jaden Ivey, I mean, you look at the progression this year, he's now averaging 17.5 points per game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, shooting 41% from 3, which was a huge improvement from his first couple of years, as a secondary ball handler. And the Pistons have been very competitive this season. I mean, over the over the 2024 calendar year, the Pistons nearly matched their entire win total from last season. They're currently 15-18 on the season, right in there for the play-in tournament. So losing, I'd probably say, their second best player, that could certainly, be a hit for them going forward. How do you guys think this could impact Detroit going forward?
Well, I was wondering if they could start maybe looking to move some pieces.
Yeah, I think obviously this takes away a significant ball handler, kind of the guy who takes the stress off of Cade in that sense. So yeah, I think they should look to go maybe make a move, maybe for like a Zach LaVine or something.
I was thinking more so tank, get rid of the guys that you have. Like,
can you do that? Like, can you tank more if you're them though?
I don't think that, I don't see the purpose in that though, unless
Especially with their lottery, 'cause, I mean, who are you gonna go get? Like Coop? Like obviously Coop will help you, but like you lost Jaden Ivey, like you're gonna need another guard unless you go for like Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey.
Yeah,
But, like,
well, I mean,
gotta win the lottery at that point.
Yeah, I mean, Jaden Ivey, he's only 22 years old. I mean, I think he's obviously out for the rest of the season, but I see him recovering fine, going forward, especially with the improved jump shot that he's had this season. But I'm with Jackson on this. Like, they've been a lot more competitive this season.
Yeah.
We talked about it all season long. The Pistons fans have finally had good basketball to watch for the first time in a very long time, in the mix for the postseason. With young players, you have Cade Cunningham playing great basketball. They have the veterans there that have been playing well, can kind of step in to kind of fill that void that Jaden now leaves. They just got to start Thompson. They also just have so many young players that the experience going forward would be good, trying to go for the playoffs. And B, like, if you tank and you get a draft pick, that's another young draft pick that's coming in and taking minutes, or a guy that may not even get minutes going forward because of all the other young players that they have.
I don't know. I mean,
I agree with Jackson.
they have some older guys on this roster that could be in rotations for contenders, like guys like Malik Beasley, Paul Reed, Tim Hardaway, even Beef Stew could fit somewhere. And like, if you're bringing back other pieces that help surround Cade and aren't not necessarily moves to win now, I honestly think that would be the better route to go.
I guess potentially if you can get like a few second round picks, because we've seen that's kind of been the market for some guys of that caliber, like a Beasley or Hardaway. But if you aren't getting something that could help you in the future, I certainly wouldn't do it because of their success that they've had this season. Maybe the number one reason for that has been those guys, those shooters coming in there and providing spacing, which was not there prior. Like Cade Cunningham is now averaging nearly 10 assists a game, becoming a legit player. And you got Malik Beasley, who's averaging 16 points a game. He's one of the top leaders in total threes. He's shooting well from three-point range, 41%. Tobias Harris hasn't shot that great, but his presence, Tim Hardaway's presence, have been important. It's been important for the veterans to be there. But we'll see. I mean, I think that the Eastern Conference has opened up enough to where they could have a spot in the postseason, especially if they were going to quote unquote tank. they're behind a lot of these other teams that have already started to go down the tank. That's why Brooklyn started to make their moves over the last couple of weeks, as they saw teams like Toronto, Washington, Charlotte. They've kind of already started the tank, so the Pistons would have to try to catch up with those teams or go for the postseason. I think that going for playoff or postseason experience would be more important.
Yeah, I 100% agree, Miles. I mean, look, I mean, you know, it's just, I think the Pistons will continue to get better going forward still, with who they got, even if they just contend for the postseason. I mean, do that. Try to at least get your fans some more excitement. And I would look to see what the value for Zach LaVine would be too, coming up here before the trade deadline. Maybe trade for him, or some other good deal pops up with trading one of his veterans away. Maybe that, but I don't. But honestly, I mean, I think like Malik Beasley, Tim Hardaway. I mean, if you don't trade them, I mean, look, they'll be fine still, because they really have helped with that floor spacing on their team. They've been actually big for that team so far this year.
Yeah, no question about it. I'm also excited to see how maybe this could open up for another young guy. Well, I guess kind of an older young guy, just in his second year, Marcus Sasser. A guy who played well last year, hasn't gotten a whole lot of minutes this season. Now that'll open up a spot for him to get some minutes there. But at the end of the day, just prayers up to Jaden Ivey for a speedy, safe, healthy recovery. Because I mean, Nick, as you said, another early injury, definitely unfortunate for a guy that has relied on athleticism a whole lot. You would hate to see something like this tarnish his career, especially after the start he's had in his third year.
Yeah, I did see that he had surgery today, and that about an hour ago they updated that it went well. So hopefully, like you said, he can get back on track in 6 to 8 months.
Absolutely. On the other side of things, got to talk about NBA Fight Week. At least it seems like over the last week, highlighted by the Miami Heat Houston Rockets game. We're in the final. What was it? The final minute of the game. We had Amen Thompson and Tyler HERRO going at it. 6 players and coaches were ejected from the game. Fred VanVleet was later fined. We had a bunch of players fined. After all this happened, Amen Thompson got suspended 2 games for that hit on Tyler HERRO. Terry Rozier, for kind of escalating the situation, got a game, and then a whole bunch of other fines across the board. So, Jackson, a fight between 2 of your favorite players in the league involving your favorite team in the league. We got to hear your thoughts about what happened.
I mean, when it was first happening, we were in the middle of recording a podcast episode, and I looked up, and I'm like, oh, man, they're getting a little chippy. And then, I don't know, Tyler grabbed him, and then Amen flipped him. I'm like, oh, this is real. And then it just kind of escalated from there. But, I mean, I was pretty happy that Tyler HERRO didn't get ejected, because I need fantasy points mainly. But
well, what would he have done to get ejected other than get himself body slammed onto the hardwood? And I don't know if flipped is the right word. I think body slammed is a better, more accurate. I mean, that dude got tossed.
Hip toss.
Dude, Tyler HERRO. He made Tyler HERRO look like a doll, a rag doll, like a baby.
He did. That was crazy.
Well,
and then I'm watching a replay, and they're like, "Good thing they held Tyler HERRO back, because Tyler HERRO is just dancing around the paint, like not trying to go after Amen Thompson at all. He's just kind of by himself, not really looking for smoke. Meanwhile, Terry Rozier, exact opposite, looking for all the smoke. Gotta love to see that from Terry.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with Amen Thompson's strength and wrestling skills to just like totally ragdoll Tyler HERRO like that. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, people don't know. Amen Thompson's like, he's just a freak athlete. Like, obviously, some people know, but like, he's insane.
Oh, and
he's like a linebacker running around out there.
Yeah, and obviously, like stuff like that, you don't want to see a whole lot of it. You don't want to see it completely get out of control. Nope. But
every game, I want to see every game.
It is cool to see Amen Thompson like not back down in that sort of situation, because coming out of the draft and all that, like, he's a obviously super good player, defensively and all that. But I know the Thompson twins kind of came in with that kind of nice guy persona. Just like they come from a great family, they're great people. But it's good to see that he's not gonna back down from from anything with players going at him. And Tyler HERRO after the game saying, I would do the same thing if they were getting essentially torched by me, which is great. Love that.
Saying he can't guard him.
Yeah, and they couldn't for that game. The Rockets picking up the loss right there.
Yeah, that could potentially be true.
If you can't guard him, you got to body slam him. That's what we learned.
Hey, don't get up in his grill then. Can't handle the heat? Get out of the kitchen, bro.
I was like, Terry Rozier went straight to Amen Thompson. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts. He saw his teammate get body slammed. He said, I'm going to take matters in my own hands.
100%.
Yeah, no question. That was definitely unbelievable. Final bit of news here. Earlier today, we had the first fan returns on 2025 All-Star voting here. So I guess let's get our thoughts about these returns so far in the Western Conference. Nikola Jokic and Kevin Durant lead the front court, along with, of course, LeBron, and then Shai Gilgeous-Alexander leading all Western Conference guards, which I think is very interesting. Then in the Eastern Conference, you got Giannis, Tatum, and Karl Anthony Towns leading the way in the front court, and then LaMelo Ball, the leading guard vote getter in the East, with Donovan Mitchell and Damian Lillard behind him. Ben, what are your initial thoughts about these first fan returns?
This is interesting. Yeah, there's some stuff I don't quite get. Why are the fans voting these guys so much? Like Andrew Wiggins, I just noticed is 8th on front court for the West. How? He's not the 8th
Because Golden
best
State fans are
front court
delusional.
player in the West. But I mean, yeah, that's true. It is a Golden State, so probably more fans are voting just because the game is where his hometown, team plays at. But still, I mean, I find that kind of surprising because it's not like he's had that good of a season. And, of course, we're still going to get Steph in it, of course.
Well, so that's the thing. That's the thing. If Steph Curry's going to get into this game, he may need to get in it as a starter, because because the Western Conference is so stacked with guards, it may not even be for sure that he gets in as a reserve. That's how great Western guards have been. And Steph Curry's obviously been very solid, but the numbers are a little down. He's only averaging 22 points per game. So I think, that may be something to watch going forward. It would certainly be embarrassing if he didn't get in the game. I'm sure he will, but that's just how loaded the Western Conference is right now.
Well, I mean, is Luka even going to be able to play? The game is on the 16th, and that's 6 weeks away.
That's true. Would he still make the All-Star game? Because he is out for the next several weeks with the calf strain. The injuries are definitely going to play a part in this. In the East, there's the same thing with like Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner. The Magic probably won't have an All-Star.
Paolo's supposed to come back in a couple days, but is there an eligibility requirement?
He'll only have played in like 15 games. Jackson, what stands out to you about these first fan returns? I just saw it. Shoot,
Jordan Poole, baby, let's go. Number 8 in the cards. Let's go.
What you got?
It's all from
10,000 votes, 30,000 votes.
I voted him 164,383 times.
Wow.
He's the last one on the picture.
That's the last one on the picture. Wow. Norman Powell, 10th in Western Conference guards, too. He's had a great season.
He deserves that. 100% he deserves that.
He has been balling. He has been balling a lot.
I'm surprised he's up there because he's not known, but he definitely should be up there. I mean, you could argue he should be up there as much as James Harden, just in terms of like how they've played this year.
That is true. The Clippers have definitely been surprising as well. Are any of you guys surprised that LaMelo Ball has the 4th most votes by anyone in the Eastern Conference? That he's technically the 4th most popular guy in the East.
No, I'm not surprised by that, just because of how flashy he is. He's a guy. He's a watchable player. He might not be on the best team, but I feel like, especially on the voting thing, it doesn't show the team's win-loss record. It just shows the stats the player is putting up, and he's obviously he's still at 30, or is he at like 28 now? I'm not.
Yeah, he's probably at
But
30.
like,
yeah.
But like even then, like
35
every
and
time I go
7,
on, like,
rounding down.
yeah, every time I go on like TikTok or like my Instagram, one of the first posts I see from a night is like some new crazy LaMelo play from everywhere, like ESPN.
That's just
Bleacher
your
Report.
algorithm. That's because you like trash get ball.
No, but I'm saying, oh my gosh, you're a LaMelo.
No, I mean, hey,
Ooh,
we're-
another step back. Let's see if it goes in. Of course it's going in. It's on your feed.
well, hey,
Oh,
it's
no,
on,
what I'm
it's
saying-
on so many people. That's how they get it. It's
what I'm
on
saying.
so many people's
It's
feeds.
getting to a
That's
lot of
the
eyeballs.
one part.
That's not my feed. My feed's mostly Houston Rockets. They don't do step backs unless you're Jalen Green shooting 20% from the field, stepping back every play. But yeah, it's like some like different LaMelo thing, because even I think ESPN and Bleacher Report like posted their like 2024 Wrapped, because you know how Spotify does that, and it was like, oh, who's your top 5 most posted people, and LaMelo is up there for both, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, yeah, he's got a lot of eyeballs on him, so it makes sense people are voting for him.
Nick, what stands out to you?
First thing I saw was that Giannis was the leading vote getter overall. That was definitely deserved and warranted, but that was the first thing I noticed.
Yeah, for sure. That definitely, yeah.
Also,
I caught another
Why are
thing that really
Paul George up
stands out to me too, guys.
stuff.
Evan Mobley, 10th on the front court. When I did an all-star voting ballot kind of recently, I had him like, well, it wasn't on a ballot because it was only starters, but I just like did reserves and stuff in my head. I was like, I think Evan Mobley deserves to be a reserve, and he's at 10th, which I think I wish he would be higher than that, because I think he's more deserving than some of the guys like Jimmy Butler and Paul George. I think he's more deserving than, but I think
100%.
George and Butler are higher than him, because like kids are like, oh, Paul George, Jimmy Butler. Oh, I know them. They've always have been good recently, big names, and they just somehow get the more votes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, that's just how it is. Those older veteran players are gonna get the love. At the top of the list. That's why Jimmy, Paul George are up there. But I guess those are really the only major examples of that with Jimmy Butler, Paul George, because there aren't a whole lot of like veteran players that don't deserve to be up there. Maybe that speaks to how well those guys are playing, but like there's no Chris Paul on here.
Right.
There's not really many veteran guys on here.
Well, there's one non-vet that I think is going to make his first All-Star game this year. That's Vic. I mean, this is telling me that Vic's going to be there.
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be there if it comes down
look
to
at the fall off.
voting.
Look at the fall off in votes between Vic and LP.
Yeah, the fall off is crazy. Hey, LP being that high is good. I like J-Dub being that high as well. J-Dub should definitely be up there.
Create like 55 million different emails, vote, billion people. LP's going to jump up. Next one, watch.
Needs to be 2 Cavs, 2 Thunder.
Hey, you talk about the fall off. You see the same exact thing in the Eastern Conference with the front court, the drop off between Cat and everybody else.
Yep.
Basically saying that those 3 are the locks to start the game in the front court if healthy, which makes sense. That's probably who all of us would have if we have our ballot.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to watch LaMelo start.
Yeah, at this point, it looks like LaMelo. It might be LaMelo. I think Donovan Mitchell. I mean, obviously the Cavs have been the best, have the best record in the league. They've been historic. I like Shea being number 1. That I did not expect Shea to be number 1 in Western Conference guards. I really like that.
I thought it was going to be Steph Curry.
Well, hold on now, because there's going to be 3 teams, so technically there's 15 starters.
Oh yeah, it's true. I don't know how does that even work now. I wonder.
That's what we're here for.
That's I mean, we really don't know how this is going.
It'll probably just be top. It'll probably just be the top 6 front court, top 4 guards. Then, right?
Oh no! It may be like, it may be a draft between the starter, or no? That still wouldn't make sense. I don't know how that's gonna work.
We'll figure it out when we get there. But
We'll figure it out when we get there. That'll certainly be interesting
looking
going
at this,
forward.
why has a man who's played 11 games? Why is he at number 8?
Well,
in the Eastern
Paolo's played like
Conference
4
Finals?
games. He's
Yeah,
number
you
4.
can't. Yeah, Goglin, you can't stop it with. Stop it with the hate. Yeah, but there's no.
Paolo was like the best in the weight in the world. And Paul George is averaging 16 points a game. I don't know why he's above Evan Mobley. Let's stop the craziness here.
Yeah, the Paul George thing is what I'm not.
As a Paul George fantasy owner, this dude stinks.
Yeah, but yeah. So as you see on the NBA Communications X page, the fans account for half of this vote to decide the starters. The other 50% are decided by NBA players and the media. And we'll get these fan returns every week until we figure out the all-star starters. So that's going to be for the next month. So we'll probably look into this, for a while here as we go forward.
I'm going to try and figure out what's going on with these 3-team situation. And so tune into the next episode and we'll talk about it.
Yes. Thank you, Nick. That's Nick's homework for the week.
That's my homework.
Yeah, absolutely. Bulk of the episode, we are going to do a draft, our first draft in a long while. Since we are at the halfway point of the 2020s, we are going to be drafting a starting 5. All 4 of us are going to be drafting a starting 5 of players based on the 2020s. It's just like always, it's a serpentine draft, so it'll go back and forth. I have the first pick. Nick.
Shocker. Miles has the first pick again.
We did a wheel decide. We did a wheel decide.
Every time.
Hey, that's the
weighted wheel decide. The wheel was weighted in favor of you.
Oh, yeah, right.
Miles was actually on there 3 times. The rest of us were on there once.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's exactly how it works. So this will be interesting. This is interesting because really, like, a lot of the players at the top of this list are, like, at the top of the league still, like, right now. So it's,
Just real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to do this based on, like, the previous 5 seasons of play. So 2019 to 2020 counts, 2020 to 21 counts, 21 to 22, 22 to 23, last year and this year count for this draft.
Correct.
We'll
base it off the last 5 seasons. So with my first pick, picking the best player of the 2020 so far, hey, wearing his shirt. Got to go with the Joker. Nikola Jokic.
He was supposed to fall to 4.
He was number 1.
All right, just pick.
So Jokic, number 1. 3-time MVP, NBA champion, self-explanatory.
4-time MVP. He's gonna win this year.
I got the next pick.
Yes.
Don't do it. Please don't do it.
I'm gonna go Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I'm gonna start breaking stuff.
Giannis. All right.
I'm upset.
Gotta like Giannis with that one. All right, Ben.
Travesty.
I'm going with Luka.
Luka. I think, yes. So those, I would say, are the top 3 players of the decade so far. In that order.
Well, now I don't know who to pick. Yes,
you thought that someone was going to pull a Mr. Scuffle? Shout out to Fantasy.
100%. 100%. I was hoping for it. I was relying on it, actually.
But hey, you got back to back, so you're not really in a bad spot no matter what you do here.
In a terrible spot. I don't know who to pick. All right. I'm gonna go with the best small forward from this decade so far, Jason Tatum.
Okay, Jason Tatum.
Don't me. Smack you. And then man. What do I want?
I don't think it's that hard of a AD Disney?
NBA champion Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
He's really only been dominant like this year.
That's the thing. So if we were making an all 2020 team so far, are these the top 5 players? Would this be the first team? Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Tatum, Anthony Davis? Who would the 5th player be?
Okay, I think Curry and LeBron deserve some.
No. What?
Within the last 5 years, Jackson, they both have a ring.
Okay.
That's all. I mean, they're both averaging 20. Like their numbers haven't slipped that far. They're both averaging.
AD's
Oh,
got
wow.
a ring too.
That's your pick, man.
Everybody.
That's Jackson.
I think-
Jackson's pick. Jackson
Dude,
has.
I'm building for fit too. I'm trying to build the best fit too. Okay, I have a plan.
All right. Ben, who's your second pick?
Going with LeBron.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Ben. I
Luka
knew you'd
and
come through.
LeBron.
Nope. Defense wins
Luka and
championships.
LeBron.
Great pick, Ben.
That's nice.
No.
No.
Good pick, man.
All right, give me Curry.
Steph off the board. Steph.
Go ahead. Take all the bums off right now.
That's nasty. All right.
I'm taking Jordan Poole next. You're cooked.
All right.
NBA
So now
champion,
I've
Jordan
all right. So to go along with you,
Miles, you could go crazy right now if you wanted to.
there are a few avenues I could go with this one.
I know what I would do if I were you.
What
Yeah,
you
Jordan
know what
Poole.
you would do?
Yeah,
Oh, I know what he's gonna say.
I'll wait until after you go.
I know what Nick's thinking.
Because this is really important here. All right. First, I'm gonna go with Kevin Durant.
Hey Nick, I think you wanted him.
We'll go Kevin Durant. And we could go super big if we want.
That's fine.
That's what I was gonna do.
We're not going past AD. I'm telling you right now.
But then we don't have that. That's the tough thing with Durant and Jokic. The defense isn't that great.
Dude, see, AD's been a top 5 defender this decade.
The thing is though, Jokic is his kryptonite, so we're good there.
Don't care, man.
Jokic, Durant, and I'll go with a player who's been top 2. Oh, well, I guess last 5 years. That's the thing. It's tough to with these super young guys who kind of started to come up at the beginning of the decade.
Oh, I think I know who you're thinking about, actually.
But I'm going to go based off of these last 3 seasons or so. I'm going to go with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Okay, good.
All right.
That's not who I wanted. So thank you.
And before that, you had my bad,
I got Jokic, Durant, and Shea.
Durant.
forget
All right. Before I
you
pick, I want to ask you guys
Oh, geez, here we go.
the top 2 picks. Who's the best duo? Miles has Jokic, Durant. That's pretty good. I got Giannis and Steph. Ben's got Luka and LeBron.
That's pretty good.
And then Jackson has Davis and Tatum. He's not really in the conversation.
Yeah, I would probably
No.
go. Steph and
Wow.
Giannis might be the best duo as far as who complements each other.
Those are all right there. I mean, Luka and KD and Jokic. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all pretty good. They're all really, really good.
That's fine.
All right. So you added Shea. I'm gonna go the route that I would have gone if I were you, Miles. I would have gone Durant and then this guy. I'm going Embiid, man.
He messed it all up.
He's averaging 30 and 11, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh no, look, Embiid, I don't like Jokic and Embiid together. I don't like them on the court together. But
Well, now I don't have to have Giannis guard, or well, now I can have Embiid get hidden because I have Giannis.
Embiid get hidden. No, Embiid. Look, he had a look. If this current season didn't happen, which I don't think that the first half of this season should really matter. It's half a season. If he wasn't, Embiid, in my opinion, is the 5th best player of the decade so far. He would be on the first team, in my opinion, because for a large part of the decade, he has been the most dominant player on the offensive side of the floor when it comes to scoring. When it comes to scoring the basketball, and he, in my opinion, should have another MVP award. But I think Embiid falling to the 3rd round is a steal. Is basically what I'm saying. I think that's really good.
I wasn't
Absolutely.
gonna take it. You know I wasn't going to take him, so it was up to somebody else.
We know. All right, Ben, Luka and LeBron. Who's gonna get added to this?
I'm gonna give Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. All right.
Nice.
Poole.
I'm sure one of the top scorers of the decade. Hasn't really missed a whole lot of time.
All right, let me think about this. Let me think.
So
about
Embiid
this.
was the last MVP winner from this half decade to get taken.
Well, I mean, heck, there's only been 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
There's been 3 of them.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone else in the league has an MVP.
What? What is this guy
What do you
talking
mean?
about?
Like, no one else that we could draft that's still in the league has won an MVP
James
in their
Harden,
career. Like,
Russell Westbrook.
Jackson, you have 0 MVP winners on your team.
I don't need
Ben-
an MVP winner.
Ben has Luka and LeBron. Oh, Luka didn't get one.
No, hey, I got 4 MVPs on my team.
What do you want me to take? James Harden and Russell
Hey, Nick,
Westbrook? the next
Nick, you have 5 MVP awards on your team already. That's kind of crazy.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
All right, Jackson.
Stuff's in the past. Okay. Let me think.
To go with the great duo of Jason Tatum and Anthony Davis.
That is a good duo. I don't know what you're talking smack
It's
about.
good. It's just not. It's good, but it's good. I'll leave it at that. It's good.
All right. I got some good defense. I'm gonna take Trae Young next. Had a very underrated decade so far.
Can we kick Jackson out of this draft?
Trey.
Look at his decade stats. Hold up.
No,
Look
that's
at his
good.
decade.
That's good. No, he is up there. He's up there. He was up there.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I'm
You
done with
passed
this
on
guy.
LeBron, Curry, and Durant for Tatum. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, look at Tatum's had the 3rd most points this decade, and he's got a ring. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, you mean yep? That's. I mean, you're right. You're right. It's a good point.
Best player on the best team from this decade. Stop playing, man. Stop playing.
Okay.
And
Who's your other pick?
See, now here's what I don't know. Ooh. See, I got shooters.
Oh, can I pick for you?
No, you can't. You're because you're a toxic snake.
Wow.
I'm gonna take. Even though this year hasn't been that good for him, I'm gonna take Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy.
Playoff success. Playoff Jimmy, to be specific.
Playoff Jimmy. All right, Ben.
Man,
I think I
my
may have an
All
idea
right.
for this one.
I want to take my pick back.
It's interesting here.
Too late, Goblin.
Too late.
Why would
No,
you do that? Why would you do
He
that?
hasn't picked yet. Wait, he hasn't picked yet. I can still pick.
No.
It's written on the paper. You're done. You're done.
No,
Yeah, mine's on the paper.
no, stop. No cheating here today.
That's right. You tell him, Ben.
No, my team's nasty. I don't care what anyone says.
I'm gonna go with Kawhi Leonard, I guess.
Shit. I wanted him.
All right.
He's playing.
Good.
That was a
He's
good
playing
pick.
4 games.
Yeah, I like it.
It's been injured heavy decade, but I mean he's still been a beast when he's played.
When
Can we
it's-
pick 6
yeah,
man
right.
too?
Yeah, I mean, we are going pretty fast. We could draft more than just this 5 if we want, but let's see. Let's finish up this 5 first.
Whole roster. for sure.
My next pick is Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen
Ew,
Brown.
I wanted him. It's okay.
What did you
Stupid
want
Jimmy.
him instead of him over Jimmy?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right.
but Jimmy's an idiot. I like Jimmy.
Me next with Shea, Durant, and Jokic. Oh, cool. I got taken, and Butler got taken. All right. And then you got taken.
Take Jordan Poole, NBA champion. Jordan Poole.
Man. Shea, Durant, and Jokic. I'm thinking we could just go super big in the start in the backcourt. Let's see. All right, our team is going to be filled with a ton of mid-range shooting and guys. I'm going to go with Devin Booker.
Oh, that was one of my options.
Oh, you're about to say DeMar DeRozan.
Devin
Yeah.
Booker.
I
NBA
wanted
Finals appearance this decade. He's been all-star, very good player. Okay.
Stupid Jimmy Butler, though. Ruined my whole flow.
You picked him. You picked him.
Made a mistake, okay?
Oh my gosh.
No
All right,
pressure,
then
Miles.
Final pick.
Well, not the final pick. We could do more rounds. I want to do 10 rounds.
No, we could potentially. All right, you know what? I'm gonna end up going big here in the front court. I'm gonna go with two bigs. Give me Bam.
Oh, good. We are so good. We're so chilling right now.
Gonna go Bam. Got a big team. We've got Shea, Booker, Durant, Bam, and Jokic.
Shea, Booker, Durant, Bam, and Jokic. Whoa, that's a solid 5.
Bam can run a little bit of the 4. He did that a bit. Actually, at the beginning of the decade, when Miami went to the finals in 2020, he ran a lot of the offense and great defender. Got him for his defense because he needed a great defender along with Jokic.
Like Anthony Davis.
All right, so I'm between 3 guys, really 2.
You can only pick one, buddy.
If this was the previous decade or like the last 5 years of the 2010s, it would be easy James Harden. But that ain't, and so I'm not. It ain't James. The other 2 guys that I was between were Dame and Kyrie. Now that's a bit more tough of a decision here.
So are you gonna like pick one, or are you just gonna tell us who you're gonna pick?
Yeah, they both had very interesting decades.
Dame definitely had a better decade because he was on my fantasy team twice.
Dame did have a 30-point average to start the decade.
But did Kyrie have a couple 27s in there? And he's had a finals appearance.
He had
He started in
27s the
All-Star
last
game
3-4 seasons.
I'm
Plus
pretty
the
sure.
Finals
Didn't Kyrie play-
appearance.
I don't even know.
As a second option too.
Dame has All NBA awards and All-Star games, whereas Kyrie does not.
Yeah, because of
Oh, well, Kyrie Irving.
I'm going with Dame, baby.
Dame Dollar.
So my starting
Is-
5, we have Dame and Curry at the guards, Jaylen Brown as the 3, and then Giannis and Embiid in the front court.
That's good.
Yeah, Trae Young's locking Dame up. You're cooked.
Trae Young is locking anyone up is crazy. You're done. All right, Ben.
This is gonna be interesting pick. I'm going Wemby here. Try
Wemby.
Wemby.
some of your stars up.
Wow.
All right,
Victor
I need to know.
Wembanyama.
Am I making this pick? Are we gonna do more rounds? Do you guys want to do some more rounds?
Yeah. Do we want to do some more rounds? We
Yeah, we only have 42 minutes. We definitely have. I mean,
we
Yeah,
went through pretty fast.
I think we could do a whole other 5.
Let's do 8.
We'll do 8.
All right, 8 works.
That's a rotation. We're only playing 8. I mean,
Yeah,
we got
well,
everybody's
yeah.
playing.
Yeah, we'll play it, guys, in here.
It's to me.
Yes. This could change things severely now. All right.
Yeah, my team's already stacked. It's gonna get even better. You're cooked. Ooh,
Jackson, you have the worst team, and it's not even close.
That's true.
No,
Yeah.
it is.
Really true. Well, no, this is for the viewers to decide. Let us know in the comments when this is over.
I got some dogs out here. I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy Butler was a steal of the draft.
You're the one who wanted to pick more, so pick.
Pick your guy. Pick your guy.
I'm gonna take the big bodega, Karl Anthony Towns.
Cat.
I feel like him and AD will play well together.
Gotta love Jimmy at the 2.
No, Jimmy's getting pushed to the bench. I don't know what you're talking about.
Nice.
Jimmy and Cat together. We know how that worked the first time.
Yeah, that's why he's coming off the bench.
Oh yeah. All right.
And I know he was drafted after the decade started, but I'm gonna take arguably my favorite player in the league, Anthony Edwards.
Aw. That was my pick.
This team's on clamps right now, is what they're doing.
Anthony.
Besides
Edwards.
Trae Young. Trae Young is just
All
there.
right. Ben's back up.
Huh. All right. Has Dame
sure,
been
Ben.
picked yet?
Yeah, I got Dame.
Indeed.
Okay. All right. Let me think here. I'm gonna go Kyrie Irving. Let's reunite him with LeBron.
God damn it.
No
I wanted it.
Never
I
won
want,
anything
that's a
together.
great. That's a great.
That's a great-
six man. Perfect 6-man. All right, Nick. We gotta divert. We gotta fix up our plans over here now.
Yeah. I got 2 guys that are like they can only guard ones. Dame and Curry, so I can't draft another guy that can only guard ones.
Nick, when it's time to draft only point guards. Every day.
I would have taken Kyrie.
Dude, what?
I
I
would
would-
taken him too.
Kyrie
Oh,
would have overrided.
That's hilarious.
Why didn't
All
you
right.
just take him the first time?
Because Dame was better.
Dude.
All right.
Here we go. Here's my pick. Here we go. We're going with Paul George.
PG-13.
He stinks. He'll give you
No.
16. He'll give you
Dude,
16
that's
a
this
game.
half season, which doesn't even like matter in this.
Does. Matters to me. Who did I pick at
He
my team?
averaged a lot of points and a lot of rebounds and a lot of assists.
He's probably, let's see, All-Star game wise, he's probably made it like every single year of the decade, or very close at least. Maybe he didn't make it. He didn't make it in 2020, but I think besides that, he may have made it every year.
He didn't make it in 21 either. He made it in
21 either?
he made it in 19, 20, 22, 23, and 23, 24.
Okay, gotcha. All right, I'm back up next. I'm gonna go with James Harden.
Nice.
Player that is throughout the 2020s, he's led the league in scoring once in 1920, and has led the league in assists like 2 to 3 times. So James
Yup.
Harden there.
That's sworn too, okay?
James Harden.
I got him behind me. It's okay.
He could potentially be my 6th man and just kill the second unit.
You're right. My second unit's perfect. I already have a plan.
And then after James Harden, we'll go with a defensive player of the year, Jaren Jackson Jr.
You are such a
Hmm.
jerk. That was my pick, dude.
Well, I got him.
Womp womp.
I'm gonna crash out.
All right. I'm up. I'm gonna go with a 4-time defensive player. No, I'm not picking Rudy.
That's right. I forgot he's still there.
Perfect. I can take him.
God, he was an
Actually, no,
option.
I just have the whole Timberwolves team at that point.
Yeah,
Miles, who was your second one? You got Harden and who?
Jaren Jackson.
All right.
Jerk. He can cheering for me.
I'll go with DeMar.
DeMar, yeah.
You are such a jerk.
One of the more consistent players of the decade for sure. Good
No
pick.
one's taking my picks, bro. I don't know what I meant to do.
We're gonna force Jackson to take Julius Randle.
Yeah, right. I'd take Axel to whatever his name is before Julius.
Shout out Axel Tupon.
Would I take?
All right, Ben.
Can I take Jaylen Brown here, or is he gone?
Oh,
I got him.
he was gone. Yeah, he's gone.
Oh. He's gone. Okay.
I wanted him for me.
All right, then. Let me see.
I don't know if I'm gonna take.
All right, I gotta do some research on this player.
You do your research on this player.
Okay.
Oh, I will.
Why'd you say it? What the heck are we doing, man? What are we doing? Dude.
All right. Guess I'll go with LaMelo Ball.
Oh, nice.
Ball.
Thank you.
Going with the flashy.
The Flash. No, wait. That is not the Flash.
I said flashy.
Oh. I was about to say, because I'm about to take the Flash.
LaMelo.
Dean Wade.
No, the current day Flash. Okay, shush. Shut up.
All right, Jackson, you can round out your bottom feeder team here.
My team is so. It's not even funny how well rounded my team is. So
You
shut up.
can't even say it with a straight face.
No, because I'm laughing because I'm about to take the Flash. I'm gonna
All
take
right, here we go.
De'Aaron Fox first. Swiper. Wait, why did I make him red? Yeah, we're gonna
Alright,
take De'Aaron.
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah, as like a 6-man, can switch with Trae Young if Trae Young's struggling on the defensive end, which never happens. Dude, I don't know. There's like so many people I still want.
Oh, let's draft 10 players.
That's what I'm saying. Let's do it.
We
Oh.
could.
5 was enough, and now that we're doing 8, the last 10 picks have all been guards.
Except no, they haven't because I'm taking Rudy Gobert.
Are you?
Yeah,
He took him.
Nice.
Rudy Gobert. Nice.
I got all the
right.
Timberwolves. I don't care.
All right, Ben.
All right.
So nasty. Actually.
I just want to get Bear there. Darn it.
Oh.
Whatever.
Not
They
taking
happen sometimes.
second round.
All right. And all right. Well, I'm just gonna take one of Jackson's favorite players, said Goon here.
Wow, Şengün.
Yeah.
He was looking for a big Şengün. Man,
I feel like you could have got someone better than that, Ben.
he hasn't even made an all-star game. He has, what accolades does he have?
A bonus.
Sabonis.
No, I like that pick though, Ben. It's not the flashiest pick, not the greatest player ever.
Of course, Jackson likes it.
Yeah, of course he like. Look at him. All right, Nick, your final selection.
I don't want to hear any flack from you guys on this because it's probably the best pick of the whole draft.
Yeah, right. I can't wait. Say it.
This player isn't we're talking about flashy. He's in the later stages of his career. He's not flashy.
I know exactly who he's gonna say.
His
and I like
numbers have pretty much all been split in half. But that's where he started the decade, is double where he's at now. All right. He was in the MVP. He was a All NBA second team to 3 years to start the decade, and an All-Star in the first 3 years to start. It's Chris Paul, baby. Chris Paul, baby.
CP3,
Yeah,
I like it.
great. That's why I can put Trae Young on. Thank you.
That's good.
It's good.
All
right, Merv.
All right,
Last pick.
Final pick. Man, it does not feel. Shoot, it does not feel right to have some of these players not make it.
Like who? Name him.
There's one guy I really wanted to draft.
There's one in particular that I feel
Honorable
like
mentions.
pick, but I already have a lot of guards.
I think I know who you're thinking, Miles. I think I
But
know.
you know what?
Just take the guard.
He would fit so perfectly with this team. He really would. So we're going with Ja Morant.
Nice. Yes.
We're going with Ja.
I thought you were about to say an actual deserving player to be on this list. Wow.
I like Miles' team a lot.
We got Ja Morant. We got a nice mix.
Time for the honorable mentions.
What'd you say, Jackson?
Honorable mentions featuring Jackson today. So for our first honorable mention, we have 2-time NBA champion in this 5-year period, Jrue Holiday.
Oh, well, yeah, but Ja's Ja.
I was going to take Jrue, by the way. So I really wanted.
I think Siakam has a case.
Oh, yeah. Julius Randle does deserve a case. Julius Randle, for sure. Jrue Holiday.
My team is nasty. I don't care what anyone says. My team is nasty.
Sabonis.
I will live by that.
Middleton.
Hallie and
I would live
Maxey
by
have really only been good for a couple of years. Brandon
Yeah, that's
Ingram's
the
been
thing.
pretty
Like, as
good.
far longevity-wise, like Middleton, Ingram, Zach LaVine, Bradley Beal, Randall, Zion, Siakam, Sabonis. Those are probably the big.
My next turn would have been
Porzingis.
Jrue Holiday and Zach LaVine.
But yeah, let's go through all of our teams here. So I'll go first. My team, starting 5. We'll go with Devin Booker, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kevin Durant, Bam Adebayo, Nikola Jokic. Off the bench, Ja Morant, James Harden, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Clamps.
All right, I'll say mine.
Serpents.
I got-
clamps on.
Dame and Curry starting at the guards. Jaylen Brown is my 3. Giannis is the 4, and Embiid is the center. And I got Paul George, DeMar DeRozan, and Chris Paul coming off the bench.
It's pretty good.
Ben, you want me to read your team?
I could do it. I got
me.
the starting lineup of Donovan Mitchell, Luka, LeBron. I got Kawhi and Wemby to round that out. And then
That's a nice 5.
off
It
the
is.
bench, I got Kyrie, LaMelo, and Alfred Sengun.
That's
Yeah.
the only little thing. All right, Jackson.
That's a good pick. I don't know what you guys are saying, man. You made a really good pick there. All right.
And that's it for today's episode. Thanks for watching.
Can I talk now? Can I talk now? Thank you. My starting lineup is Trae Young, Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns, and Anthony Davis. And my bench is Jimmy Butler, Fox, and Gobert.
Wow, you moved Jimmy to the bench that fast, huh?
That's what I said.
He must have dyed his hair.
Dude, I love how right after he picked him, he was like, I want to change my pick.
No, but then I thought about it. I'm like, wait, this could work because I could.
So since you have Ant and Cat, are you going to make the Western Conference Finals and then trade one of them?
Yeah, that looks like that'll happen. Trade him
I
for
have
Julius
Rudy,
Randle. They'll trade him for Julius Randle.
Yeah, no.
I'm predicting that 6 months in advance, by the way.
My team is better than yours. I don't care what anyone says.
All right, well, here,
My team is
hold
better.
on. Before we get out of here, how about each of us go around and say who we think has the best team, but you can't name your own team. You can't name your own team. So I'll go first. Man, all these teams have their own certain.
Can I
things
state my
about
case,
them.
please? Can I please state my case?
It's definitely not Jackson.
Why? Think about this. Okay, think about this. Wait.
Jackson, no pitch will make this work. It's between Nick and Ben. Overall, I'll go with Nick's team. I like Steph, Giannis, and Embiid.
Bro,
as the 3.
Defense. The guard positions. Who's guarding Trae Young? Nobody.
I like that all. Trae can't shoot.
I really think Miles' team was solid. I mean, Jokic and Durant, first 2 was great. Rounded out with Shea and Book. But I like Ben's starting lineup better. And then he drafted Kyrie and LaMelo, and those are 2 of my favorite guys. So
Yeah,
I got Ben.
You're dogging on Melo this whole time. Wait.
You know I love Melo. He just don't play.
No.
I mean,
Oh my gosh.
I don't like the way he plays, but like he's kind of changed the game.
But
He's
you
fun.
like him.
He's fun to watch for a lot of younger fans now.
Like, what are we doing?
I really respect the fact that he's been getting hated on for over a decade, and he did everything he said he was gonna.
That's very, very true.
Let's just.
Ben.
Coming down the Nick and Miles teams between you. Both are close, but I went with Nick because I really love that front court of Giannis and Embiid. They fit really well with Steph. I don't know. I just think, their team's really good and just fits really well together.
And then Jackson.
My team fits perfect together. It's fine. You know what? I'm gonna pick Ben's because he was the least mean to me.
He's the least mean to you.
He's my favorite player of all time. So shut up. Shut up.
Well, let us
All right,
know.
well then I rescind my vote to Ben and move it to Miles so that I win. So that Miles has 1, Ben has 1, and I get 2.
There you go. And then Jackson, good luck next year. Good luck next year.
My team is actually so good. You guys are actually insane.
It's the fan vote that counts, anyways.
It
You
is.
guys
It is
don't see
the fan vote. So let us know. Head over to the Runnin the Paint Instagram page to we'll get the official vote on there. Let us know in the comments down below as well. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe for more NBA content. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Happy New Year again, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.